Hi guys. Okay, super excited to share this little video with you today. Just came in from a super stormy run. It's a rainy day. Great day to jump into this project. And today I just want to show you how I go about making a vision board. A vision board is, well, it can be anything that you want it to be. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I just thought if I showed you the steps that I take, it might give you some inspiration and ideas to get going on yours. One thing is for certain, making a vision board is a really powerful step in realizing your goals and your dreams. And it's not about the finished product at all. Creating a vision board is about more about the process, okay? About taking the time to actually identify what your needs are, what your vision is, what you want to achieve, and how you want to spend your days, and what you want that to look like in the future. We often get so busy and so caught up in day-to-day things that we don't take the time to look ahead and actually create that clear vision. And even worse, we often repeat old negative patterns about things that we don't want to happen. We focus more on what we don't want. And you know that we achieve what the mind believes. And the thoughts that go through our head on a daily basis determine the actions that we take, which then determines the path that we take and where we are 6 months or a year from now. So creating a vision board is the first step in setting aside that time for yourself and for your vision and the things that you want to accomplish in your life. And vision boards can be really fun to do with a group of friends or with your family if you want to make sure that your visions are meshing together, with the kids to see, what's going to be important to them and how you can all work together with the vision. But they're also great to do on your own. And I think it's important to check in. Maybe you do it yearly. Maybe something big's coming up and you're navigating through muddy waters and you want some clarity. And this process can help you do that. So over the years, I've made quite a few vision boards. And just to give you an example, one that I've had on my office door for the last few years actually is this one. And I can show you guys. You can see how I did it. It's just a bunch of pictures, and they may not be meaningful for you, but everything has a meaning for me. And the really cool thing, the second most important part besides the process of making a vision board, is that it puts it at the top of your list every time you see it. So after you've made the vision board, you want to put it somewhere that you'll see it every single day. And you can look through those pictures and remind yourself of your priorities, what's important to you, what's your vision. And before you know it, you will look at that board and say, I've done everything on there. And I have. And so it's time to make a new one. Super exciting. And then you can also make them for specific things. I made this other one, and it was all about channeling my energy and my focus into wilderness and running in particular. And so this one you can see is just a little one, and then I made it to fit inside of a frame, and then you can put it up on the wall somewhere in the office as well. So there's lots of different ways to do it. Some people prefer images and others prefer words. So you might just brainstorm different words and cut all those out, and other people might just go for images. And then when it comes to the vision board, you might have something in mind or not. I mean, you can give yourself a theme. I'm about to create a vision board. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I just know it's time to make a new one. And you might actually sit down and say, well, what do I want this year to look like? Or what do I want 5 years to look like? Or this month, or whatever it is. So it can be as specific as you want, but don't feel like you have to have a plan going in at all. And that's the whole concept, is that these things, these visions, these values, these important aspects and priorities in your life will come to you throughout the process. And so all you need is a piece of poster board, and I prefer white, but I got orange today, so I'm going to use this. And I probably will do it in half so I can do another small one. inside of a picture frame, but we'll see where it goes. Could go crazy. And then you're gonna need scissors, you need glue, some colorful markers if you want to do text, and then grab some magazines. So that's the nice thing about doing with friends, you can join magazines, but honestly, I've got a liquor store magazine, Taste. I've got a couple of Chatelaines, and then of course I got a whole bunch of trail runners, old trail runners. Okay, so good reason to hang on to those magazines. And the process is, decide how much time you have, cup of tea or beverage of choice, and off you go. You start going through the magazines, and all you're doing is looking for things that jump out at you. And if you have something more specific in mind, you might be looking for those images, but I encourage you to go in with an open mind and just see what jumps out. Cut them all out, leave them in a pile, and then once you've got a good pile, or you run out of time if you're doing a time limit, then you just start placing them on your board with the glue. You might place them first without glue and then decide where you want them. And some people, like myself, there might be themes throughout, or there might be aspects of your life. So one might be health, relationships, you know, whatever it is might be separated on the board, or you might have it seasonally, so different times of year. It just might be mass chaos, but everything that you pull out has meaning to you. It doesn't really matter. We're not going for artistic points or anything like that. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, here it is. I need a vision board. Show me yours.